All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're digging into a single, really powerful business rule that could completely change how you think about performance. And it all starts with one simple question. I want you to think about your job for a second, your team or your company. There's probably one number you're always chasing, a sales target, a production goal, some kind of daily metric. Seems simple enough, right? But what if that one core measurement is actually the very thing holding you back? And that's where this quote really hits home. This is Professor Mucci's 11th small business rule. It's blunt, yeah, and a little provocative, but that's the whole point. It's designed to make us stop and question one of the most common tools in the entire management playbook. Now, let's be fair. Quotas are absolutely everywhere for a reason. They seem so straightforward. I mean, they give people a clear target to aim for, and hey, they're super easy to measure. So, just so we're all on the same page, this is what we're talking about. A number. You hit the number, you succeed. You miss the number, you fail. On the surface, it's a really simple equation, but that very simplicity, well, that's exactly where the danger lies. So where does it all go wrong? This is where Mucci's rule really starts to land its punch. The very thing we designed to drive performance can often end up undermining it in subtle but really significant ways. First and foremost, when the only thing that matters is hitting a number, quality is almost always the first casualty. Think about it. If a call center agent is judged solely on making 100 calls a day, do you really think they're focused on solving the customer's problem, or are they just trying to get to the next call? The quota forces a focus on quantity over quality. And next, think about the team dynamic. If I have a personal quota to hit and you have a personal quota to hit, why on earth would I stop what I'm doing to help you? It's just not logical. Individual quotas can turn a collaborative team into a group of competitors, all fighting for the same finite resources. And this brings us to the human cost. The constant pressure to hit some arbitrary number can be completely exhausting, leading straight to burnout. Or even worse, it can incentivize people to game the system. Sales teams pulling deals forward from the next quarter, or engineers rushing bug fixes just to meet a deadline. The focus stops being about doing good work and starts being about making the number look good. So it really boils down to this contrast. The quota-driven mindset is always asking, how many did you do? But the outcome-driven mindset asks a totally different question. How well did you do it? One measures activity, the other measures value. The crucial question is, which one are you asking your team? All right, so if we can agree that quotas are flawed, we can't just throw out measurement altogether. We need a better way. And that's what this is all about, finding that smarter path. This is the question that Professor Mucci's rule really forces us to confront. It's easy to poke holes in a system, but what are we supposed to build in its place? And here's the answer. The intelligent path focuses on the how, not just the how many. It's all about understanding and improving the behaviors and the activities that lead to great results, rather than just fixating on the final score. So let's get practical. What does this intelligent alternative actually look like in practice? Well, it breaks down into a pretty simple, actionable framework. Here it is, 3 steps. First, you define what you're really trying to achieve. Second, you coach the actions that'll actually get you there. And third, you measure in a way that gives you the full picture. Let's break each one down. Step 1 is about asking bigger questions. Your goal isn't just to sell 50 units. Your true outcome is probably something deeper, like increase market share with satisfied long-term customers. You have to define what success actually means beyond just a simple number. For step 2, the focus shifts entirely to coaching. Once you know your true outcome, you can identify the key behaviors that produce it. A manager's job completely changes from being a scorekeeper to being a coach. You're not just yelling "sell more" from the sidelines. You're on the field with your team, helping them refine their technique and improve their process. And finally, step 3 is all about measurement. But instead of one single, blunt number, you use a dashboard. You look at a whole collection of metrics that give you a complete, holistic view. So yeah, you might track volume, but you'll also track quality, customer feedback, and maybe even team health. This gives you a much smarter, more accurate picture of performance. So, as we wrap up, let's bring it back to Mucci's rule. It isn't just a clever saying, it's a direct challenge to all of us. I want you to look at your own work, your own team. What is the one number you chase every single day? And is it truly measuring what matters? That is the one quota you need to question today.